I'm Shelby Schlueter, and this is my persuasive speech on why people should eat more organic food. Have you ever wondered where your food came from? Have you ever wondered, is it really good for me? Well, I've had these same questions, and I've done a little research, and the information that I found was a little troubling, but it was mostly rewarding in the end. In the 5th century BC, the Greek philosopher Hippocrates said, "Food should be our medicine, and medicine should be our food." Many factors can influence whether you should change to organic food or not. Number one, the longer time runs on without the correct info to teach Americans on how to eat, the greater the threat becomes on more illnesses. Number two, you can always change the way you eat, of those around you and those of you. And three, the benefits of switching to organic food you are going to find very beneficial. So, first matter of business that we talk about. What is the real problem here? What are we dealing with? Well, according to the film director Robert Kenner, who directed the documentary Food Incorporation, scientists have discovered a new strain of E. coli, which is a harmful bacteria. And what they discovered was that it causes 73,000 illnesses a year, which is almost the population of Odessa. And I know what you're thinking, well, I'm just going to go research where my food comes from, and then I won't have this problem. If I just do research, then everything will be okay. Which is right. You should do research on your food. But I think what you're going to find is that farmers pack so many crops on such a small land is that they really can't control where the pesticides and fertilizers go into what plant. But let's just say that you did find your crops on a healthy soil. According to an article in Earth Island Journal by Deborah Rich, Charles Benbrook, who is the chief scientist at the Organic Center, maintains a database of all studies since 1980, and what he found was that comparing organic food to organically grown food to non-organically grown food, the non-organically grown food has 30% less nutrients than the organically grown food, specifically fruits and vegetables, which I find a little astonishing because isn't that why we buy fruits and vegetables, is for the nutrients? Okay, so now that we're thinking this is great and dandy, well, where do we go? Like, what's the solution to our problem? Well, first, you can always change those habits of your eating habits and those around you. Has anyone ever heard the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? Well, yeah. That statement could not be more true in the situation. Fact of the matter is, whatever you eat in your habits, you're going to affect those around you. Dr. Michael Rosen even says early in pregnancy, the fetus develops a taste through the amniotic fluid through the mother. So whatever the mother intakes, the child also develops a taste for that kind of food. But there's one problem with all of this great changing. Organic food just costs more than non-organic food. That's just the way it works. Healthier food costs more. So how do we change that? How do we go from that? Well, first of all, what I found through my research was that there are websites such as localharvest.com where you can buy big bundles of organically grown food and buy them for cheap prices. Or second, you can be innovative and grow your own seeds in your backyard. And third, you can just make small changes at the grocery store. Instead of just buy everything you usually buy, but make one small change, such as instead of regular eggs, buy organic eggs. And the difference, I don't think you'll even notice. So now I want all of you who are interested in wanting to change, that are ready to leave here and start the organic food craze. You're going to see that the benefits are awesome. Not only do they benefit your health, they also benefit the earth. Most organic farmers are in harmony with nature. The environmental cost of pollution from non-organic agriculture, fertilization, and pesticide is astronomical. Costs are paid by the public utilities, which means that your tax dollars are paying for this non-organic food to be made. So, effectively, non-organic food is higher than seen at the shelf. And it also benefits your health, and it's really good tasting. According to the Journal of Pesticide Reform, these toxins that you intake from non-organic food, they don't biodegrade. They bioconcentrate and inhabit in your fatty tissues and never leave. Finally, now that we all know these facts, why wouldn't we want to change? I have a little chart here to show y'all. So this is the global food market. We're the green. America is green. We control 55% of the food market. So if we want to help change those people around you and the earth, it needs to start in America because we control most of the global food market. This green right here, the red's the other people. We need to control it, and we need to get going because then we'll influence other people. Over here it says the overall market, and when we think of organic, when we think of weird tofu, boat kind of stuff, but really 30% of the overall market is fruits and vegetables, which is the exact same thing. You're just buying it from somewhere else. So you're not even making that big of a change. You're already eating that. And an interesting fact that scientists have found that it appears to have the potential to lower common conditions such as cancer, heart disease, and allergies. So all of these facts lead to a clear direction on how we should eat and what we should know what we're eating. We know that there's a problem with the way we eat. We know that non-organic food has pesticides and they can inhabit in our fatty tissues and never leave. We know that the solution is that you can be innovative and plant seeds, research online like at localharvest.com, or to just make small changes at the grocery store. And that the benefits of switching over to organic food help not only you, but the environment. And even if the change was minor, there was always a first step.